The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Call yourselves Title Town? Are you kidding me?
That's fraud.
It feels like a gray area.
Spoiler alert, Canada. Cup's coming back to the US of A.
There's way too much negative stigma attached to strippers.
I hate you guys so much.
My dog just shit his ass.
Oh, that ending of that for this, what a terrible. I didn't even think about how that intro ended. And after the week that I've had, that was the last thing I wanted to hear. Hey, it's Crawford Sports. I'm Mike. Scott's here. Hey, Scott, welcome back.
Dude, if y'all were privy to the pre-show conversation, it was a nightmare. And yeah, that ending to the intro had never been more inappropriate. Like, I'm so sorry for you, dude. Dude, I'm doing fantastic. Life is great. I ain't complaining about shit after the week you had, my guy.
It's good to have you back, man. I missed you last week.
I missed you guys too.
Good to
The
see
boat
you.
was fun, but I like landing.
Good vacation, good time off.
Yeah. No, nobody drowned, and honestly, I it was the kids' first real time out on the lake, and they fight you on wanting to wear life vests and whatnot, and it's just like, hey, look, if everybody survives this with no scares, which we did, it was a good trip. So yeah, no complaints here.
Fantastic. Mookie's back as well. Mookie, how you doing, man? Did you just get surprised that I was cutting to you?
Well, no, it's just a little bit because I was thinking we were gonna get a little bit more from Captain of Team FTK on the life jackets there. I mean, I was almost thinking this was a cost cutting measure he could have been doing, but hey, whatever, man. Nobody drowned.
I mean, the thought did cross my mind. I was like, well, nobody can say I murdered them if there's an accident with this.
Right?
Like, it's just, it is one of those ways where I'd be like, well, it was tragic and everything, but like, I didn't do it. Like, they wanted to go out there without the damn life vest. Like, what do you want me to do?
I mean, think about it, Scott. Like, you went from having to potentially have multiple college education funds down by one. Like, that's basically winning the lottery. So, hey.
And when you factor in the cost that I didn't pay for their births,
coming out ahead here, my man.
Really far ahead. Not bad.
But hey, yeah, we all survived the fourth. That's the important thing. What's the fucking going on with this background tonight? Jesus. I do have a question for the crew at some point. Were the fireworks in your all's neighborhoods and wherever you were for the fourth?
Oh, I got a great fireworks
better, worse, or about the same?
I got a great fireworks story for you. Y'all go ahead.
Well, maybe we let Caesar say hi first, too, because if there's one place in the world they're not shooting off fireworks, it's probably in Laredo. How you doing, man? You said it was 110 down there?
A hell of an intro.
Yeah, it's 110 degrees. It's either gunshots or fireworks. You just never know.
Well, only one can lead forest fires, so bring on the 45s.
Well, I don't know, bro.
You rookies just never knew. Back in Toledo, we knew. You could tell the difference. We knew.
No, it's not that the rookies, just that's usually gunshots.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I was like 90% chance it was gunshots in where I lived. It's like, yeah,
depending on where you live.
They're putting this on. They're trying to cloud everybody's judgment doing it on the 4th, but that was a gunshot.
Depending on where you live, on the other side of the river, it's literally fucking cartels just like, oh, fuck the 4th. We're just killing each other.
Right. Best day for it, right? American independence and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Also, shout out McLaren. Shout out Lando Norris. He's my age, and he drives Formula 1 cars and makes millions of dollars, and I work at Target.
I was going to say, so what the fuck are you doing with your life, man?
Wait a minute, you work at Target? This whole time I thought you worked at a grocery store.
I did. Fuck HEB. I love HEB, but fuck HEB.
When did you move to Target?
October?
Yeah, okay. See, I thought as recently as like back in like April or something, you were telling the story about like having to like check people, or like when the fucking playoffs happened or whatever, and you said like you got the text and you were like, hell, I thought you said you were helping somebody check out and you like fell out and people were worried about you. It was just, oh, Boston's getting their asses beat.
Scott.
That was at Target.
Scott, cut
That
to the
was a
point.
target. Okay,
Scott
cool.
wants to know why he's been sitting over here paying full fucking retail at the Red
For
Dot
real,
all-
man. Can
all
I
week
get
long, like-
can I get that Target discount?
Well,
right,
if
guys?
you need school uniforms, they're 30% off this week.
You think Scott sends his kids somewhere? He's got to get uniforms for him. He just
Sure.
said earlier he didn't pay for their.
Sure.
Y'all don't have
burgers.
school uniforms?
Fuck no, bro.
Mm-mm.
They go in
Nuh-uh.
school in
Public
whatever
school.
clothes you want?
Public school, baby. There ain't no.
That's
right.
why I go to public school too. Well, I went to public school. We had
Oh
uniforms.
yeah, no. Ohio does not have that like uniformity unless you go to a Catholic school. Catholic schools all have them, but public schools here, nah. It depends on your district, but I'd say 90% don't.
What a fucking scam. It's like religion. I'm agnostic. I believe in something, but that shit, they don't pay taxes.
I know, isn't it great?
They're nonprofit? That's crazy.
Caesar, we could open our own church, dude.
I
I'm
wanted to
registered
be
minister.
a deacon for the longest time.
Deacon, why would you stop
You
there?
could still smash.
Well, no. If it's our own church, we can make the rules, dude.
Because priest, you can't.
Only thing that
I'm being serious.
I
We're
understand.
well
but
aware that you're being
that's
serious.
why you were stopping at Deacon. Like of all
Yeah.
the reasons, like otherwise there'd be no worldly way you could possibly go on with life because you couldn't doink. Like you do realize
We're
that
gonna
these,
relieve
you
some
do
stress.
realize that these priests and these high ranking officials they fake the funk. Like they're out here fucking.
That's
Like
crazy though.
there's no way that I'm believing that anybody's fully celibate. Like, get the fuck out of
Like
here.
I'm a hypocrite. Like, I
Or they're
understand that.
or you know what? Or they're cranking one out all the time. Like when they're sitting there giving speeches, they're just jerking off because there's no way. There's no way. I'm not buying.
Hey,
it.
we can't see what's
Fuck
going
outta
on
here.
behind the other side of that confessional door, right? I mean, they
That's
can
scary.
see you, but you can't see them.
That's
Fucking
scary.
shady. I also love.
We
that
got an
Scott
awesome
said-
show for you guys tonight. We're gonna.
Hey,
Granted,
I
nothing
called
wrong
this
with
shit. Remember
religions.
what
I fuck with
said?
all the religions, bro.
50
I
minutes
fuck
on
with
the
all of
drip.
them.
50 minutes on the drip. And Scott,
We are
shout out
gonna-
for saying both doink and fake the funk in the same rant.
You are welcome.
Tell me you're a
baby.
baseball fan.
I
without telling me
came
you're a
to
baseball
bring the
fan.
heat, baby.
We gotta talk about Pat Fitzgerald today and him getting fired from Northwestern. That entire debacle. Also, I think I can make the home run derby better. I got
For
some
kids in
changes
it.
that I propose for the derby. Also, Nick Castellanos has a hot take that we got to talk about. A hot take about Scooby Doo that we got to get to. And then I want to talk Mookie.
Shut
I
up,
see you
Domo.
repping the Team USA jersey. I do want to talk that USA Canada game because that was fantastic.
Also, our women are on their way to win a third consecutive
Hell
World Cup.
fucking yeah,
NBD
dude.
bout.
I am so jacked to watch
Rodman
this World
is
Cup,
going
dude.
to
I am
fuck
so
people
ready for
up.
this
The games
shit.
are gonna be on when you wake
Fuck
up,
them up.
Scott.
I know it's perfect. I love
Yeah,
it.
I'm
No, their
gonna be
first couple
fucking
games,
mid-choke.
the
Trying to
three
go to sleep.
games, the three first games are like 9 p.m., 10 p.m., and like 10 p.m. It's late
shit.
night for us. It's not until the championship game
yeah.
that we'd have to get up early for
No.
like a 6 a.m. kick. For the-
Oh, I'm all here
Ugh.
for it, dude.
Well,
Is there
whatever
anything that-
happens, I'll be making sacrifices to watch them. Like I mean, I don't give a shit. Like it only happens once every 4 years. If it means I gotta go team no sleep, I'll do it. I've done it before.
I was gonna say you've done it for this show, so of course you would do it for Women's World Cup.
Yeah.
Tons to get to though, so we'll get to all of that plus whatever random topics Mookie brings up. Well, I want to talk this fireworks thing with you, Mookie, because I feel like that's a leading question. You've got a story behind that. It feels like
no,
Let's talk
sadly, I
about these-
don't know.
oh, well, that's a disappointment. Let's talk about these
Yeah.
beers that we were drinking, whether or not we would bang them. Scott, what's in your mug tonight? Would you bang it?
Well, we've come full circle. This is the end of the Baja Blast mixed pack, and we ended on the holy grail for us Baja fans, the biggest of the big. Me and Mike right here. We already know we banged it when we did the Mountain Dew pack and had that in there. So there's no reason not to bang it now, especially if you're Baja fans like us. Like the bigger the Baja fan, the bigger the bang.
We're like Baja men at this point.
Yeah, there's. But also rap air horn. Like, what else?
I'm sorry, man, but come on.
No, that's why I started laughing so hard, because I was like, I can't decide if that needed a boo this man or a rap air horn. And when you hit it, I'm like, it deserves both. It was both horrendous and fucking funny at the same time.
Thank you, Scott. I appreciate it. Mookie, what do you?
There it is. Thank you.
Mookie, what are you drinking? Would you bang it?
Oh yeah,
Gabe
this is
said
an
who
easy
let the
one.
dog out.
Yeah,
See,
Gabe
knows.
yeah.
Gabe knows.
No, it's an easy one for me. I'm assuming y'all have had Elvis juice once before in your life. It's fucking phenomenal.
Elvis juice?
I don't like the name of that.
Elvis
Yeah,
juice.
I've never
yeah.
had Elvis's juice.
Didn't he smash minors overseas?
I can't comment specifically, but I also got to be honest. I think he smashed minors here too, based on
I was just gonna
like,
say, that's
even
one of his
worse.
things. Peanut
I'm
butter
pretty sure it's
banana
like an
sandwiches
18,
and
19-year-old
smashed
riding around with high
minors.
schoolers. Like, but anyways, yeah, it's delicious. It's a grapefruit IPA. Hits heavy, but man, they're so drinkable. I absolutely love it. So definitely, it's a perfect summertime smash, is what it is.
Guzzling
Caesar,
that Elvis juice
this
out.
one is definitely worthy.
Matt, by the way, Matt Stanton, he's got a beer rating for us. How active is your confessional? So Scott, how active is your side of confessional on the Baja Blast?
I guess it depends on if I'm pretending to be one of them priests that doesn't just rack himself in the confessional booth. Like, that's what they're doing on the other side, right? They're like, yeah, okay, a couple Hail Marys. Yeah.
No, man, you got that's why you don't want to squeeze it too hard. You just want to be a nice, slow, gradual.
I'm good. I'm good.
Caesar, what are you drinking?
So I don't have
This is
any
where Caesar
fucking.
gets off the ride.
Yeah, I don't have any beer here, and I haven't gone to Austin or anywhere north to get like the weird hipster shit. So I'm drinking a staple. Oh, shout out my mom for getting me this Yeti when I was 18. It has my middle name on it and the Liverpool sign fucking lasered in there. It's kind of hard, but I'm drinking a ranch water from La Gritona Tequileria in Jalisco. So,
I thought you poured that thing out of like a glass bottle. I thought you made that.
okay,
shit.
well, yeah. So this tequileria in Jalisco, it's all women owned because I love women. My mom's a woman.
Oh,
And,
neat.
Yeah,
Mine too.
it's women owned. It's the only one in Jalisco that's women owned, and they use bottles recycled out of Mexican Coke cans, so that's why it's green. It's a badass bottle.
Badass.
So yeah, shout out them.
That's
It's
badass.
great. I'd smash it. Not because they're women, because it's a great product. It's a great product. I'd recommend. La Gritona Reposado. Great
Not
tequila.
because they're women.
That was the most sloppy endorsement ever. Oh my god. Mom's a woman. Mookie with the underrated comment though. They're fucking in yours too. That's neat.
I mean, Scott, you're faking the funk and doinking got me a little inspired. What can I say?
Oh my god.
Jared is watching his Diamondbacks in the All-Star game, but he said he had to check in drinking a 9.6% IPA called Good Vibes and High Five.
Married
Not
and
just
buying a
smash, I would marry and buy a house.
That's not the
So
move.
divorce.
Don't do that.
Caesar said so divorced.
Trust me, brother. I've been there. It's tough. As a product of divorce, not like the people that did it.
Oh my god.
It's tough. It's tough.
Not because they're women. Good.
Gabe is drinking Unclaimed Fortune Double IPA from Lenny Boy Brewing Company, 8.7% ABV. He said it's a one-night stand. And Biscuit is drinking a mix of sugar-free cherry Kool-Aid and Coke Zero while nothing on homemade crab rangoons.
Oh,
Egg
yes.
rolls, having a threesome right now.
I need to know, Biscuit, when he says homemade, do you think he actually like does the dough and fries it up and all that shit
I
too?
absolutely do think that's what it means.
Damn. That's gotta be hard.
That's my guess.
No,
as
I don't
well.
think it's actually that hard.
Really?
I mean,
Probably time
like
consuming.
the hardest. I was gonna say the hardest part would be folding and rolling the dough, but then I mean, you can drop them in the fryer for a few minutes. But the actual process of folding that shit up, yeah, no, I wouldn't have the patience for that. I'm calling my guys.
I feel like guys. Oh my gosh, you've got a Seth Rogen guy, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Or a
no, the people know me over the Chinese restaurant. Like they know I always tip them really well, and they're always like, oh, here, have a pop, have this, like just on the house, like they hook it up. Like I know what crab. That's where I get my crab rangoon. Those are my crab rangoon guys.
Well, you said did you mean soda or like
rolled you shit, and you were gonna have those?
I live in Ohio, man.
Hold on, yeah, this is Midwest, man. It's pop. It's not soda. It's pop.
No, I'm just saying because for the formative years of my life, I just called everything a Coke.
Yeah, what's with the people in the South?
Which is what I thought that was just a South thing, but not like Texas. Like,
that's why we're just like a fucking Moz Podge of random shit. Because for the longest time, hey man, can you bring me a Coca?
I never heard anybody say anything other than pop my entire life.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
Until I got to college, and then people I'm like, soda? What the fuck?
I say soda now.
It's not soda. You can't call it soda.
I mean,
by the way, I'm drinking blueberry wheat. It's a wheat ale with blueberries. Surprise, surprise. This is from.
Why are you saying it like that?
It's 4.8% ABV. What's that?
Why do you keep saying it like that?
Like what?
Stop saying it like that.
What am I saying? It's blueberry wheat. It's really good. I've had this sitting in the basement for a long time because I didn't want to drink it. It came in like a beer drop box. Like how long ago? I'm like, I'll get to that eventually. So I finally pulled the trigger on it. Not bad. It's surprisingly good. Let us know in the comments. What's that?
What's the ABV on that one?
It's light. It's only 4.8.
That's what I figured. I was like, I bet it's good, but I bet it's real light. That's unfortunate.
My ABV's up there.
After the week I've had and the amount I've consumed, it's probably good that I slow down a little bit. It's been a week. Your boy's had one. He's gone through it. Let's start off tonight.
Shit.
Literally. Let's talk some baseball.
Here's the pitch. Oh shit.
The home run derby was super fun last night. I know Mookie wasn't really watching because I texted the group about Julio's performance, and Mookie had no idea what I was talking about. Like, how did you not know the home run derby was
not Mookie?
I don't know, man. And like, I have to just eat shit on this one again, pun not intended, but well deserved. In that, like, I knew the All-Star break was coming up. I had seen all the stuff about people getting elected, vote for the Reds, etc. I saw the whole thing about the Texas Rangers having the whole fucking team be the starters or whatever. And when you sent that, I couldn't help but think that, oh snap, they dropped a 30 for 30 on Julio Jones. Like, why? Because first of all, he's not Kelvin Ridley, because that's who I thought I was thinking of, but no, it's Julio Jones.
Dude,
he's still in the league.
I love waking up to a text thread like that where I can just look at it and laugh my ass off at 1 o'clock in the morning at just the absurdity. I was like, how in the world did his motherfucking mind, even if it didn't go to baseball, of all the things in the universe that it could have gone to, Julio Jones 30 for 30? Like, what in the most random fucking shit is that? Like, why would that be a thing that Mike would alert the thread about and be talking about?
Like, guys, stop what you're doing. This Julio Jones 30 for 30. Amazing. You got to tune in right now.
And you also have to follow that up by saying, the one that none of us thought they would ever made. Yeah, it's here. Like, they actually made a 30 for 30 on a mediocre wide receiver.
Whoa!
It's true in the NFL, man. He's been mediocre. I mean, he's put up great numbers.
He had a really hard, fast start, but my man never caught a whole lot of touchdowns, and then he fell off a cliff. Like, I mean, he was fun to watch, and he was a freak, but, I mean, the numbers just ain't there. Like, you look at it at the end and it's like, I mean, he was good, but
at least Calvin Ridley's
Caesar's
like, hey,
hurt.
I was
Look at how hurt he is by these.
No, I'm flabbergasted.
He went to Alabama anyway. Like, who gives a shit? Fuck him.
He wasn't good enough to make it to Texas, I hear.
Oh, he'd have been a beast at fucking Texas, but I mean,
Look at the face. Look at the.
I don't even know what to say, bro.
Caesar is stunned by this.
Dude, I mean, I think, like, you didn't watch the formative years of fucking Randy Moss and the end of Jerry, you know, or like most of Jerry Rice's career. Like, dude, Julio Jones, he's just.
I saw Calvin Johnson.
Okay, yes, and Calvin Johnson is a freak. Like,
Megatron.
Julio Jones was not that same guy. Like, he was just really fucking big. Like, that's really big and really fast.
And
like,
yet they still didn't go to him in the red zone either, which is kind of
That's
like,
what I'm
was
saying,
he really
like,
that good? Like,
he didn't put up like huge touchdown. He was just fine.
was
I'll
fine.
end it by saying this. There will never be a 30 for 30 about the man. There's no reason to make one.
I agree with that, but I don't know. He always put up fantasy numbers like crazy.
There it is. Fucking fantasy numbers. Nobody watched Julio Jones play. Like, oh man, he's a stalwart of the fantasy team. Fuck out of here with that shit.
So speaking of,
might make a 30 for 30 about that home run derby from last night because goddamn was that entertaining, guys. I don't know, Scott. I don't remember if you're into the home run derby or not, but like the format that they have, I think is solid with like the head-to-head rounds. And Julio put on a show.
yeah, fucking dumbass, fucking idiot.
it's true though. It's true. God, I mean,
He was facing the guy that got mad about fucking memes, bro, and there were funny memes too. Like they photoshopped a fucking picture of him holding his bat attached with the ISIS flag. That's hilarious. then on 9/11, they had him hitting, like swinging, but like hitting the Twin Towers when they were blowing up.
Oh shit!
we know how
they're
Caesar
fire
feels about
memes.
9/11.
It's a crazy day.
Crazy day. Absolutely crazy.
I think there's been worse, but it's still a crazy day.
Speaking of which,
41 home runs that Julio hit in that.
He used all of his balls in the first round.
Okay,
yeah.
so that gets me to what I wanted to talk about because I feel
Fucking
like
idiot,
there's
I had a
room
whole
for
dollar on him.
improvement. And I got to apologize to Matt Barr because he had texted me his
Shut up.
TikTok video of the kid in the outfield getting absolutely smoked by a Vladdy line drive. I don't know if you guys saw that, but this is probably the last time we see kids in the outfield. Vlad hit a line drive that came off the bat at 110 miles an hour and smoked some kid in the head. I slowed down the video to watch it. You see the kid put his glove up. You see the ball coming, and then boom, the ball flies off to the side. He's down. And the best part about the video is there's a kid standing behind him that just steps back and puts his hand over like, oh
He got a
shit,
concussion,
I just
right?
saw somebody die. There will not be kids in the outfield ever again. Are you just watching the video, Mookie?
This is real. And here's what it is. Honestly, this is just a life lesson, man. Like, this is just fun to be
being a baseball player, right?
I actually have. Hold on a second, because I haven't seen it either, and I woke up to the text thread in the fantasy baseball group, and I knew it was wild just
That's fantasy
following
baseball?
it on there.
Here,
Yes,
Scott, I'll put the
sure.
link in the private chat. I'm watching it on TMZ of all places.
Put the
Okay,
link in
cool.
because maybe I can pull it up here on the
My
screen.
thing
and we
is-
can-
The
We
only
can
thing I
all
want to
watch
know
it.
is who wore it better, that kid in the outfield or that cameraman at the Yankees game?
The kid, because he looked like he got a concussion.
he got more than a concussion. The kid might be dead. Like
His life is over. He cannot go to school tomorrow, even if he's
Do you
medically
think
cleared.
the parents sign waivers for that shit?
Oh, hell fucking yeah.
yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh, so yeah, there you go. It's on the parents. It's because my Mexican ass would have been like, hey, mijo, hey, chingao, like, if you see a ball coming at you fast as shit, put the glove in your face. And if you don't, pues, por culero, por pendejo, like, that's on you.
Yes, it's
Like,
you know
hey,
what? I'm with Caesar on this one. I tell the kids all the time, you don't want to get hit with the ball in the face, but the glove is your protection, dude. That's what we got told as kids. Put the glove up. Bitch, you missed.
You're playing soccer and the
In the
ball's coming at
face.
your face. Fuck the handball. You just put your hands up, like, fucking, like,
Okay,
that's on the
We're
parenting.
gonna-
That's terrible
we're gonna
parenting.
watch this together.
Was the kid
look,
white?
It's probably
Of course he
Yes.
was
it's
white.
probably
You
a
think they're getting
problem.
people
We
of
gotta
color,
do this
kids of
quick.
color on this field?
It's in
Let's
This
Seattle.
kid's a fucking saltine. He's so white,
Let's
Caesar.
see. Watch the kid. It's right after that home run. Here he comes.
Right here.
There. Boom, done.
I love that Vladdy just kept hitting them bitches too. He didn't give a fuck.
No, he's not going to stop. He's got a
He
job to
just
do.
kept going, and the announcers said nothing. There was no mention of it on the broadcast. Nothing said a word. It was literally just social media was just like, did Vladdy just kill somebody on TV? That kid just folded like a fucking tent down. The ball, again, if you slow it down, that's the best because I went frame by frame. It's very hard to see at first, but the ball is coming in, glove goes up, ball hits, boom, flies off like we're watching the JFK shooting. It's amazing.
Hey-o. Mike's just sitting on that one for a minute.
He sat on it rightfully so because he got off of it at the perfect time. Not JFK.
There's only one shooter, right? We all agree on that. I'm being serious. I'm not joking. Like it was like the CIA and like the mafia on this, right?
Nah, it was
There's
all Oswald.
There's something fishy going on there.
Like that magic bullet and all that shit. Nah, like I'm convinced my government.
Ricochet. I don't know. They ricochet like that.
Yeah, bro, but
I mean,
they don't
shit.
ricochet through my fucking mouth and come out of my ass.
I would like to see us prove that, though.
The only way that's coming out of my ass if I eat it.
Biscuit said Team
Absolutely.
FTK.
Absolutely. Well, there's a video too, Mike. If you go back to that same thing, there's a video later where someone's shooting from the outfield and they see the kid being walked away with trainers. He's not that young. I think that he's got to be like 14, 15 because he's taller than
He's
the
a
female
tiny ass
trainer.
14-year-old.
Who cares? Who cares how old he is? He's a kid and he got what was coming to him.
Well, yeah, exactly. If it was like an 8-year-old, I might feel a little bad.
No,
but
it's just like inefficient parenting.
It was inefficient parenting and it was baseball natural selection. Sometimes the ball just finds your doofy ass.
All right, I think I got the
Coach Scott
video.
coming in with the
I got the
Russians.
video that you're talking about here, Mookie. Let's go ahead.
Yeah,
and
this one right here.
and
Watch.
take a
Like, look
at
how
this
big
one
he
here.
is.
Yeah, that's like a grown ass man. That's not a kid.
The kid in pink?
That's a full on adult.
Oh, that's yeah,
Smoked
bro.
in the
You know
dome.
what? You know what? He probably plays for the Puerto Rican Little League team. Like, what's his name?
Hell no, bro. Hell no. We don't claim him. Hell no. I don't claim him as a Latin
Why
American
do you get to
citizen.
speak for the Puerto Ricans?
Because I'm Latin American.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
I don't know. I don't claim him. He got hit in the face with the baseball. Any other minority would have put their glove in their face. Our parents told us better.
In fairness,
But
he did put his glove in his face. He
But
just got smoked.
Hell no.
Put up Whitey's comment. Please put up Whitey's comment.
What he said, holy shit, that kid got fucking
well done, sir. Wow.
I'm not gonna lie. We could just sit here. This could turn into a Mookie looks like episode because I just need everybody to hit the best birds in the chat about this dude. This dude, whoever it was, getting knocked the fuck out by that ball.
Oh,
It's
man.
amazing. It was the highlight of the night for me besides Julio's 41 home runs in the first round. Absolutely.
Oh, wait a minute.
Julio Jones.
We need someone to get us like the launch angle, escape velocity, all that bullshit of that hit, because then we could calculate how hard the motherfucker got hit.
They did. One of the broadcasts was a StatCast broadcast. So like it was
Yeah,
a
I was gonna
split
say, you
screen
can
and
see it.
Yeah, they had like the launch angle and everything. So we probably could go back and find it and figure out.
It sounds like my job.
But they did. It was like the stories that had come out. It was 110 miles an hour off the bat that he hit that line drive. So the kid stood no chance. Biscuit said if that kid is Cuban, his family left behind was
Oh yeah, bro.
Mhm.
Bro, what our parents have told us if we were that kid, my mom and dad are calling. Well, when they're together, right? They're calling me a dumbass. My grandpa's like, "Well, chingao, mijo, like you had the glove, fucking use it."
Yeah.
My parents are feeling bad for me. They're like, "Hey, dumbass, you want to play baseball? Well, there's your lesson. I'm not gonna make it unless you practice catching the damn ball."
I mean, if nothing else, at least have the ball reflect in front of you, right? Like, isn't that what you're taught as a defender? Keep the ball in front of you. Like this idiot, as Mike said, had it careening way off to the side. I mean, that's at least a triple.
No, that was an inside the park home run if that happens in the game.
Oh yeah.
There is no way that anybody's recovering to get up and get that one.
So the exit velocity was 115.8 miles per hour.
It was 115, so it wasn't.
Dude.
So that shit was probably going like 100 miles an hour to hit him in the head.
I was gonna say, but what I really need is the exit velocity off that motherfucker's dome.
Where's sports science when you need it? When like, the dude just pops up. Okay, here's the ball coming in at an angle of -42. It impacts here in the cranium. Now the cranium absorbs some of the shock, but still
that's a good
launches
point.
the ball to the left.
This is why I wish Mythbusters was still
Maybe
around.
it came off if it was what launch angle doesn't.
Should I give you the angle?
That doesn't, you said launch angle, right? Or was that the
Exit velocity?
That was the exit velocity. Okay, so maybe the exit velocity was the 110 that you thought before. Maybe it came off 115 and exited his fucking head at 110.
There's your magic bullet.
Oh, you know what? We could do the average angle of like a home run.
What?
Well, it wasn't a home run. It was a line drive shot.
Oh,
So
I don't know, Mike. I think it was a home
angle.
run. Just it didn't count. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't a home run.
Oh god.
it was,
Do you think this
it was
kid's smart enough to
amazing
use
is
this
what
to
it
an
was.
advantage, though? Like,
So a line drive, it's 10 to 25 degrees.
What is that? But that
Cool.
what is it? We don't need to know.
wait,
that.
hold on. I got it. I
So
got it.
Mookie wanted
20
Thanks, Caesar.
is 25 degrees and 115.8 miles per hour. There's your stats that
There's
I got
your
asked
stats
for.
that you asked for, Mookie. Even though the only thing we needed was the 115 miles an hour. That was all that
I
was
just did my
necessary.
job.
No, you did the right thing, Caesar.
You went above
you
and
went-
beyond, and
you
then
went
Mookie
about what
shit on
Mookie
you.
asked for. It was just Mookie asking for superfluous stuff that is
That's a great
completely
word.
unnecessary, just to be like, well, we could calculate if we knew these.
I mean,
extra
yeah, let's
things.
calculate some shit. Hold on. Let's see what Google's
Wait,
AI
I could
has
get
to
you
say
the
about
average
it.
weight of a white 14-year-old.
Ooh, no, that's good too. Yeah, because like
No, you could so like his
The
weight and then like
stats we care about.
of Caucasian.
Well, you're doing that. Okay, so I read an article that was talking about the Derby, and they said that the one thing that the Derby needs to introduce is pitching machines. They said that somebody's pitcher
Yeah.
last night was just awful. I can't think of who it was. I can't remember who it
But-
was, but they're saying the pitching is terrible.
Here's my counter to that. These motherfuckers get to handpick who pitches. Like, I like the whole, like, it's their dad or, somebody, a coach or somebody that likes pitching. Like, if the guy that you hand selected sucks, that's a conversation you got to have with your mans. Like, that's not MLB's fault. Like, they're not forcing these guys on you. So if you pick your dad and your dad goes out there and stinks up the joint, you better rip into his ass after the Derby.
Well, I think
Well,
the point isn't so much of like, these guys are they're painting the corners when they shouldn't be, because that's exactly what was happening. Like Pete Alonso's guy was just peppering the outside corner. It's like, bro, bring it in a little bit. But their point was, if you have a pitching machine and it's set up perfectly for every single guy, we're gonna get way more dingers. So that's what everybody wants, anyways, is just more home runs. So let's not limit the number of home runs we're getting because Pete Alonso picked some bum to fucking throw to him this year. Like that's essentially the argument.
Well,
I-
then
I-
I,
it doesn't make sense.
I think
though.
we find out the judgment and character of one Pete Alonso in this situation, and we find out that he does in fact find poor judgment. Like if I was Cohen, I'd be using that in negotiations on this deal. It'd be like, well, we saw who you picked in the fucking home run derby, so I don't know. We're gonna knock a few million off of this shit.
And again, this is they announced this like a week or so in advance too of when they do this. So like to Scott's point, it's not like they're not just forcing people on these guys. This isn't Northwestern football. Like they've got time to prep and get their shit right.
Who'd he pick as his pitching partner or whatever the fuck?
I don't
they're
know.
called?
Man, that's it. I was real excited about that one.
We could tell the glee.
Yeah,
on
that's
your
the problem,
face
right?
in the delivery. You were like, I got a good one. That's why I
never
was
just
like,
pick their dad
nah.
or their brother or a family member.
That's
That's
what
what-
most people
that's what
do.
most
But
people
they'll also
do.
pick-
Yeah,
they'll
they should
also
do
pick,
that.
Like they'll pick like the coach that throws batting practice. because
Exactly.
they're used to throwing.
Yeah,
to those guys. I could live with.
I
the
don't want them
pitcher
to take
or
away
not, but
I think that's a really cool thing for.
I
like,
don't
that.
care either way. You
And
put in a
Pete
pitching
Alonso
machine, I don't
lost, so
care.
we all won. Fuck that. guy.
Like if I was a major leaguer, right? And they're like, hey, like pick whoever the fuck you want. I'm picking my brother, not because I love him. I do. He's my best friend, right? But if the fucker sucks, I'm gonna be like, yo, like, what the fuck? You made me lose the home run derby.
But that's what you should be saying like the week
And that's what
before, or
I'm
3
saying.
days before, when you're.
It's
going
a great
through
story on
practice.
Thanksgiving. Like, hey, like, remember when you fucked me over at the home run derby? Like, it's a great story, regardless. That you have so many jokes. You take the time out and like, and you go to the mound and you're like, hey, like, fix your shit. And you make sure the fucking like the camera hears it.
I would love to see a guy call timeout and just look up at the pitcher and be like, dude, fucking
What the
throw
fuck?
better balls. This is
Yeah,
terrible.
exactly.
Dude, I feel like I would do that. I mean,
Or
I
your
mean, if
best
I
friend from like high
like,
school that you still talk
yeah,
to.
like you just be like, time out, bro. Like the fuck, like come on, and then
So,
step
Scott,
back in the box, like
how
just to pep him up. Like, come on, man, we've worked on this for fucking weeks. It wasn't this bullshit. Like, this is the fucking show. Let's go.
How
your
many
shit
pitches would it
together,
take before
man.
you'd step out that box? Like, how many pitches would
Ooh,
he need
that's
to
a
like,
great
really?
question. How many
I
bad
mean,
3 strikes and you're out.
It would depend on how off I thought they were. Like if at first it was like, okay, I'm looking at them and it's like, it's far. But then if I go to swing and it's like, dude, no. So I mean, you're talking like probably 3 to 4 pitches.
So you're in
A short
whatever
leash.
time. What do they get? Like a minute or 2 minutes in the first round or something like that. So in 3 pitches, you're using your timeout and being like, bro, you were fucking terrible. Fix your. Okay, run it back. Let's go. Here we go. Start it back up again.
Okay, maybe all right. Like maybe give them 3 more. Maybe so just like all right, 6 pitches to see like maybe if they're the nerves. Maybe they shake it off. 3 pitches might be a little hazy. Like let's jump just. But if by 6 pitches, like you've seen all 6 of them and they're trash, like I gotta pause and say, "Yo, my guy, what the fuck's going on?"
No, I'd be great at it too,
Pick
Tyson.
Mookie
I'd be
as his
grooving
pitcher?
the motherfuckers over just
All his
straight
ball
down Broad
handling
Street all day.
experience.
I have a question.
Yes, go for it.
Why was the Josh Hamilton home run derby such a big deal?
Oh,
Was it because he
God.
came back from rehab?
Probably.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that goes into my point. No one gives a fuck about the home run derby winner unless it's post a terroristic event or the guy went to rehab.
What?
Like no one gives up. Like I'm saying in terms of like picking my person. Like again, I'd pick my brother or one of my best friends because my best friend or brother's never stepping on a major league field other than the home run derby.
That is
You get-
not the person I want pitching to me, though, man. I want
But the
somebody
thing
who
is,
can
no one
handle the
gives a
fucking
shit
moment.
if you win it.
The guy who
I do.
wins
There's
it gives
fucking
a
shit at
shit,
stake.
and that $1 million that he
I
brings.
was gonna
home,
say, I was like, some of
it's-
these guys, that's actually quite a bit of money just for sitting there hitting fucking
Oh
dongers.
fuck!
Pete
See, I didn't know
Alonso-
that.
Batting practice,
Yeah,
like
Pete Alonso in his titles that he won, he made more than his yearly salary. Just
Oh,
from
fuck,
the
I take
home
that
run
back.
derby.
yeah,
So,
like
Hey,
it's a
that-
big
you know what?
like
That's
this
an L.
isn't
That's a no for me.
Yeah,
I'll
this
take it.
isn't
That's a
the-
no.
like this isn't the
Wait.
Pro Bowl with like 40-year-old dudes talking about I'm not going because the payday ain't worth it. Like these, like a lot of these dudes are on their first contracts. They're like, fuck, $1 million. Like that's
It's-
some real shit.
It's because I'm thinking of again, like getting my best friend from high school, or like my lifelong best friend on like an MLB field. Like that's quite an experience. And then say they suck so much dick. I tell them like, yo, like go to the batter's box and let me throw you how you're fucking throwing to me. And just be throwing shit on the floor.
He's
just to make
going
the
Dave
point.
Martinez with it right there at the home run derby, just laying down at home plate. This is fucking you. It's right fucking here. Like, get your shit together.
All right, so listen, I could do with or without the pitching machines. I don't really care. But one change that needs to happen in the home run derby: metal bats. Just for the home run derby. Let's let these
Oh,
After
dude, that
this
kid would
dude-
actually be
after
dead,
the-
though.
I was just gonna
That
say,
kid
after
would be
this dude got
dead.
nailed, they ain't doing that shit.
Uh-uh.
They don't need a murderer.
Can you imagine with it like exit velocity 265 miles an hour?
Yeah, there'd be some dead children on the field if that hits
There would be
anybody.
dead people in the stands.
That's what I was
People
gonna say. Is
hanging
like,
out
yeah.
trying to catch it.
I gotta hand out helmets as people walk into the game that day, kind of. Oh fuck! Can you imagine if they shank one a foul ball like a screamer down the right
Oh,
field
my
line?
God.
It would shred the netting and still murder somebody.
It would be great TV. Is
Oh,
what
it'd be
it
so
would
good.
Metal
It'd
bats
be
would
so
oh,
good.
Metal
Why don't you
bats
say
in
that
the
the Field of
field
Dreams?
derby. Let's do it.
Ding!
Could you imagine if
or-
they had let fucking McGuire and Sosa go with metal bats
Shut
on
up,
home
Chief
run
Keef.
derby, dude? Holy fuck, that'd have been bananas.
Okay, that leads me to my next suggestion for the Derby. Those participating in the Derby are allowed to take steroids for 2 months leading up to the home run derby. They have to cycle off afterwards, but they're allowed to roid up for the Derby, grab them a metal bat, get out there. Let's see you freaks fucking rip the ball.
Did you just live golf baseball?
No,
what it's
I
needed.
live golf the home run derby. Totally different.
I don't know, man. Because the minute the Saudis hear about this from the Iranians or the Indians, or is it Pakistan, whoever were big over
India.
there,
We're big in
Whoa.
India.
we're big in India. Okay, whenever the Indians tell,
Whoa, that's crazy,
You know
bro.
what? Hang on, Mookie. You sit and you live with this one.
Race card.
That was pretty goddamn sloppy. You just started.
That's like the Mexicans or the Puerto Ricans, whatever.
You
one.
just started rattling off countries with reckless abandon, hoping
Because
you
I
hit
forgot
on,
which
hoping you hit
one
on one.
is
They all
where
look the
our
same
viewage
anyways.
is spiking.
That's just crazy.
Because
bro. I didn't
apparently
say
we're
that.
big over in the Middle East now. But whatever, that's fine.
You know,
That's
one of
fine.
the
Be
fucking
that way.
African nations. It's whatever.
It's not even African.
Mookie, India isn't the Middle East. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's
Oh
India.
shit, dude.
Sub-Asian or the Asian subcontinent of
Oh
India.
wow, look at you trying to.
Ah,
Race
fuck.
card.
Oh my god.
Geography.
I don't
We're
even
getting
care.
better.
Basically, what they're going to do is they're
No,
going to
we're
take your
not. He's
idea
getting worse. This is
and they're
one
going
of
to
his
apply it
biggest
to a whole
blunders.
baseball league where they just
gotta
let dudes
try
right
to
up
talk
and
him
hit with metal
out.
bats.
Just barreling through.
Just barreling, you just got to
Like,
fight
I
through
am-
it
I
sometimes.
am getting this point across. I don't give a shit.
There's no saving it. You can't go back. Like the bridge has been burned. And there's nothing back there but
Oh
a
my
desolate
God.
wasteland. You got to power through.
Where did that phrase originate from? Like, has there ever been a bridge that actually burns?
Yeah, like back in the medieval times and shit, when they would invade countries, they would burn the bridges.
Oh, hey, play it.
Right.
Perfect. I didn't know that shit.
Said HR, this man here.
That's why you want to be friends with HR people.
But
If you're friends with them before you fuck up, you get grace.
This
The
this
crazy thing with
episode has
HR
been wild, dude.
It really has. We're 42 minutes in.
I fucking told you. I told you we talk about some random shit
Oh
for
my
50
God.
minutes and then plow through the rest of your set list. And we did hit how Mike makes the home run derby better. So I guess you get credit for 2.
If I tell like one of my prettier coworkers, I throw some game at her, it's gonna go through well. Ah, you're so funny, you're so dumb. Ah. One of my coworkers that isn't as blessed tells her he's getting fucking reported for harassment. Like that's
So you're
not fair to
saying-
him.
Are you saying you're in a good spot because you're good?
Oh
looking?
yeah, bro, I'm in a great spot.
Do you think that you would be as good looking if you didn't have the Caldera Labs regimen that you're on right now?
I wouldn't be as good looking. My skin's
Definitely
phenomenal.
not. I mean, the amount of product.
I didn't like the way that I didn't like that pose. All you were missing was the fucking toes going like this.
You two right now are just fucking in your element, just on one. Like the things that are coming out of your mouth are so peak you two. I can't even. I
I
can't.
saw you two. I saw the Simpsons episode with you two in it. It was a pretty funny. It was a pretty funny one.
Caesar, I miss you,
Okay, my
man.
last recommendation for the derby. Here you go. Right
He
now,
said,
it's,
fuck y'all.
right now it's just like rounds, and if you win, you move on. It needs to be. It's still rounds, and you move on, but it's cumulative. So all
Like
of
the
your home
dunk
runs from the
competition.
previous rounds
Yes.
count because
Yes.
Julio puts on
Yeah.
that show last night and hits 41, and then gets bounced the next round
Yeah.
after only hitting
Yeah.
21. Those 41 mean nothing. Like you,
Yeah.
it should be a cumulative thing. And if that were the case, then a Rosarina won because I did the math on it. He hit
Randy,
82 home runs
Randy,
over the
Randy.
course. Like you get penalized for a round where either somebody just gets hot or you
They're
had your
tired.
bet around the round before.
Well,
Let's make it cumulative. That's the
and-
only real suggestion I have in this.
That I love that idea, and not only that, he went first. Like when you're at a disadvantage already because you're like
Yup.
you can't stop hitting home runs. Like I mean, you can kind of pace yourself, but if you pace yourself and it's clear that you like held up after you were like going balls to the walls for a little bit, then the guy beat you, people are gonna be like, well, motherfucker, you like pulled up. Like, why'd you do that? Like, you're at a disadvantage. So yeah, I mean, he got totally fucked for putting on one of the best displays we've ever seen in the home run derby. And it's like, I don't know, it seems kind of shitty.
So I want to, Mike, I want to ask you about this because I heard something earlier today, and I was going to say, Scott, like at some point, do you pull up? Is that the smarter move as a competitor?
It is in this format, yeah, because you got to preserve your energy. That's what happens. These guys get exhausted. Like you hit 41. I mean, that's some guys have won with 41. Like, well, and this is fucking
This is the other joke. Like, I don't understand why everyone's making such a big deal out of 61, 62, 70, whatever. It's clearly not that hard to hit a home run. Like,
don't
BFD.
say that.
Here we go. There it is, fellas. All right, so we're gonna.
I'm just saying, man. Like, if you can hit 41 that easily, like,
bro, hit a home run in like a little league field first.
Yeah, that's exactly it. We'll take him to the fields that my kids play on, and we'll see if he can do that. All right,
going to be on you when I lay down a sick bunt down the third baseline. No, Mike, I don't want to move on yet. I want to ask you about this because I heard that Ellie De La Cruz opted to not compete in the home run derby after talking to Todd Frazier, who said, don't do it. It fucks up your swing. You don't want to risk the rest of the season that you're having right now. How do you feel about that advice?
Fuck up your season?
I mean, that's fine. It is a common thing that players say is that when they participate in the home run derby, the second half is not as good as their first half. There's a lot of guys that have said that that's the case. I don't care. Like, would it have been cool to see Ellie in it? Cool. But if he doesn't want to do it, he doesn't want to do it. I don't give a shit. I don't get mad when guys don't go into the dunk contest either. Like, do whatever you want to do.
Like when the Reds are good and you're all rational and level-headed and like still like thinking competitively instead of just being out for spite and blood.
I will say,
I am not level-headed. The Reds are in first place in the NL Central at the All-Star break. I am
off a tab of acid right now.
Fuck out. I am on cloud 9.
But you stayed on message there. You took the talking points and you stuck right to them there. You did a great job in that interview, and like, I don't like it.
Go ahead, Caesar.
What if it's a cumulative for the first like 2-3 rounds, and then the final it like resets?
Nope. I'd keep it cumulative the whole way. Because
I mean, I'd be kind of okay with that. Like if they wanted to kind of like hybrid it,
because you're saying Randy hit the most.
That's a better alternative than not having cumulative at all count for anything. Like, I would be okay with it doing it up to the final. And then
I want to see it including the final, because think of the drama in the final. Like, you come in and you're already down 10 home runs. You've got to like go balls to the wall to try to make up that ground and then surpass what you think that guy's going to get. It would make for great TV. Also, speaking of that, Caesar, Tyson wants you to Google the origin of the phrase balls to the wall.
I'm scared it's going to come up.
All right, let's shift gears real quick because we got one more baseball story, and then we'll
we actually never finished the first one because the first topic in your list was, and I quote, Vladdy's home run derby win, which we have barely mentioned.
Talk about it. He won by hitting that.
We were like, he won and it sucked. Let's change the derby.
He won with that 115-mile hit off the bat. That was
he did.
Balls to the wall is regarding aircraft engine controls.
We've never talked about the home run derby this much on this show ever, and it's mostly because a guy or a kid got fucked up with a hit.
So good.
It was cool to see Vladito win and get the first father-son duo in MLB history to have home run derby crowns, Vlad Sr. and Vlad Jr. That's a pretty cool thing. I thought that was pretty awesome to see. Also kind of shocked that it was the first time,
especially considering all the father-son duos in fucking baseball. My God.
Yeah,
that is surprising.
Senior never won. Griffey Jr. won, but Senior.
I have another question. Was Ken Griffey Senior like 18 when he had Junior?
He was very young.
Okay,
young enough that they were able to play on the same MLB team.
And they were both looking like decrepit old men on the field together, injury ridden and everything.
What?
Dude,
it was like Junior's like rookie year, like his first 2 years in the league. Like he if you go back and look at it,
let you disrespect the Seattle Mariners legend. See us rise.
Extra young, like I mean,
Griffey Jr. doesn't look old now. and he's old. Like
He's just fat.
he is.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, I was more talking about like
the.
the injuries he got later on in his career.
Look, he could get chunky.
how
He
he
doesn't look
looks.
old. Like if you got rid of that
yeah, that's
gray in his goatee, he doesn't look old. He looks
He looks his age.
no, he looks young.
Oh,
He looks
badass.
young for his age.
Dog, that's my goat. He played for the Mariners, so I mean, go him.
Dude, speaking of looking young, y'all started the new season of Always Sunny.
No,
Dude, they hit us with a Chase Utley update, and I was like,
oh no.
I haven't seen Chase Utley in fucking years, but besides his hair being silver as fuck, that dude hasn't aged. I'm like, damn, Chase Utley still looks like the same as he did when he was 23.
I think I'd look fire with silver hair, honestly.
Well, there's one way to find out.
I'm not doing that.
Oh,
Do
come
it.
on.
I just dyed my hair recently, but you can't really tell because I mean,
Do it.
it's over fucking.
Why?
I do
I'll
it once
send
a
you
year.
some bleach. It'll be fine, man. Hydrogen
All right.
peroxide and bleach. It'll work out great.
I gotta know everybody's stance on this next one because Nick Castellanos was interviewed during the All-Star Game festivities, and he had quite an interesting take. And I need to know how everybody else feels about this. So Castellanos, he was asked about Scooby Doo. Apparently, he's a huge Scooby Doo fan.
No.
And he said,
He wa-
first off, he said Scooby Doo is a superhero. First off, he's a dog who can talk. So I think
Facts.
a dog that can talk and can help people by solving mysteries is a superhero. So we got to know,
Facts.
guys, is Scooby Doo a superhero? Mookie,
I
you're
need to
having
correct
a
you
reaction.
on something here just because the context matters. The question he was asked was, who's your favorite superhero? It wasn't
And he
even,
said Scooby Doo.
and he said Scooby Doo. So he had everyone to choose from. Everybody. I mean, shit, he could have gone with Shaq and gotten away with it, but he chose Scooby Doo. I love me some
This
dog
is
actor.
not the first time he's been asked this either. This was on a scoreboard thing that they did in Philadelphia where they asked, who's your favorite superhero? And somebody was like,
Oh,
oh, Batman. And somebody else was like, my mom. And Castellanos was like, Scooby Doo. He's
Wow,
on this
fuck
Scooby
this
Doo
guy.
is a superhero train. Is Scooby Doo a superhero? Scott, is he a superhero?
Fuck no.
Nope.
No. Like, get the fuck out of here. What a lame ass, like, I'm gonna try to be funny my entire I'm gonna be the contrarian over here. Scooby Doo's a superhero. Like, the dog talks. Like,
No,
since when
it
has
fucking
talking,
doesn't, dude.
Since when has talking been a superhero ability, you dumbass? Like, get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here, Nick
No,
Castellanos.
You know who's a bigger
This is so
superhero
lame.
than Scooby Doo is motherfucking Clifford, because that dude actually did shit and talked. Like, Scooby Doo just makes noises and says his name in different contexts, which anyone with an animal and a pet, you can figure it out. Like, he's not doing anything legendary, honestly. I just hate Castellanos in general for this, because it's like, yes, you've confirmed that you're another one of those jackasses saying dumb shit to keep your name in the media after you had your one and done year like Kyrie Irving. Like, I've not heard a worse take since the world is flat. I've seen it when I've flown on private jets.
I can think of worse takes.
Hit me. Let's hear one.
By the same player too.
I've heard worse things.
He got suspended for a whole month.
I've heard worse
That's
takes
true,
from
but I
this
wasn't gonna
show
go there.
than that. What the fuck? Like, you uttered worse takes than that.
Yeah,
Point
my
is, I said it in the
takes.
chat.
My
Y'all are lucky
favorite
that got rid of
tweet
him.
to this, my favorite response to this was like, I pride myself as a man of God, and there's a long fly ball from Castellanos, and I've gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
How old are they supposed to be in that show? Because Fred looks like he's 30. That was
Caesar.
super bad.
We got another Google for you, man. Because Whitey pointing out, if anything, talking dogs are villains. Just Google Son of Sam.
It's a weird one.
That's a good point. All right, so we're all in agreement then. Scooby Doo, not a superhero.
Horrible
right?
take.
But
I got
more importantly,
convinced.
Castellanos is a dick.
He's 70.
Who's 70?
Son
Castellanos?
of Sam.
No, he literally Googled Son of Sam. Like, found the guy as
The
opposed
44 caliber killer. That's a hard nickname.
Wow.
It really is.
Wow.
I don't
You know
condone
what? I
anything he
can't
did,
wait.
right? I don't condone anything he did. Terrible person. All that shit, but that's a great nickname for a serial killer.
All he needs is some Somalians to write a story about him to redeem his honor, right, Caesar?
Son of Sam, Mr. Monster.
Let's give a shout. Caldera Lab. Listen, it's summertime. It's hot. You guys need the stuff to make your skin feel good, right? Like Caldera Lab's got what you need. I got to be honest, this last week has been the most stressful week of my life. I'm getting styes from the stress, but the one thing that didn't happen was I did not break out. Like I never broke out on my face, and it's because of Caldera Lab. I continued the regimen while cleaning up immense amounts of dog waste in my house and multiple trips to the vet. Still feel good in the skin. No anger lines, nothing, and it's all thanks to Caldera Lab. Scott, how you feeling? How's your regimen going?
My regimen's going fine, but I got anger lines for you from the fucking week you had. So I'm going to have to double up in the Caldera Labs this week for both of us, man. Because I don't know how you kept without the anger lines, but like I said, I got angry for your ass. But good to go every morning at 1 o'clock before I roll out of here. Caldera Labs, the good. No better way to start the day.
Mookie, how you feeling, man?
Oh, feeling great. Back home with my full Caldera routine. I never skip the good. You know, that's my nighttime routine. You know, put the liners in, put the good on, and just, it feels so great the next morning. But I forgot to take my cleanser. I was going to say my facial cleanser, but then I figured I wouldn't stumble into that. Forgot to take my face wash, and I was feeling so grimy until I came back home. Put that stuff on, pores feeling clean. I'm looking fresh. I gotta tell you, I feel like my skin's more resilient this year. I don't get burned as easily as I have in previous summers. That's just a thought, not real scientific facts, though. Caesar's fucking jacked, though. He must be ready to get his newest Caldera shipment in his house. Nothing else could lead to that excitement.
Why are we so pumped?
We're so pumped because my brother got a laptop, and we needed one for a long time. So I'm just happy to see the boy happy. It's my dog. But okay, so what I like the most about Caldera Lab is that they're for like it's predominant. Its main thing is like for men, and Mexicans, especially older Mexicans, typically are kind of toxic in their masculinity. So I actually got a set for my grandpa because he was like, "Chinga my motherfucking skin, it feels rough as shit, mijo." He talks like he came out in a Clint Eastwood movie. He really does. So I was like, "Look, Grandpa, I got you." He's like, "I don't want none of that Penzi bullshit." And I was like, No, I got you. Like, it's gonna be great. So I get him the base layer, and a clean slate. I was like, "Look, you're gonna put this on. You're gonna wash your face with a clean slate, and then if you're gonna go mimis, you put on the good." He's like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Is this for?" He's like, "Is this for girls?" I was like, "No, it's for guys. It's great. It's wonderful." And he put it on, and he called me the next day. He's like, "Chinga, mijo, what's in this?" And I was like, "It's a bunch of clean ingredients." And he said, "Whoa, I feel amazing. I can't believe it. My skin's never felt so damn great. Not even when I was in the army." And I was like, "Yeah, he's like, dude, my grandpa's a great guy." Well, so thanks to Caldera Lab, his skin feels great. And mind you, he's a young and fresh 86 years old. He hasn't had his skin feel as great as it does until now. And that's thanks to Caldera Lab, which you can get by using our link, calderalab.com/craft.
There you go. 20% off with that code craftbrewed at calderalab.com. By the way, next week, it's just Caesar that's doing this ad read. None of us can compare to what he just did during this ad read. 20% off.
He does voices and stuff even.
At Caldera Lab. I know, right?
My grandpa was the most Clint Eastwood ass Mexican ever.
20% off craft brewed, calderalab.com/craft brewed. Get that 20% off. Get yourself the clean slate, like Caesar said. Wash your face with that. Use the base layer. It's got a nice matte finish, so you're not looking all shiny as you leave out in the morning. And then end the day with the good. Put that serum on. It gets rid of those anger lines. Gets your skin feeling perfectly in balance, nice and tight. It's the way to go. So, yeah, there you go. Caldera Lab. Check them out, calderalab.com/craft brew.
Sell out.
All right, boys. We got to go back
gotta
here.
hit the comments, bro.
I know. I was looking at the comments during the ad read, and there's
None of them are appropriate for the ad
fantastic
read.
stuff. Tank did say Shaggy was just high as a bald eagle's dick and heard
Oh, I have
Scooby
to talk
talk.
about Shaggy.
Quote.
This bullshit that they did on HBO Max where they replaced Shaggy. Fucking bullshit.
What?
Shaggy?
in that
Yeah, it's
show?
fucking bullshit.
Really?
Shaggy and Scooby Doo were like Kobe and Shaq.
No, they're better than Kobe and Shaq because they never
That's
broke
what I'm
up.
saying. They're fucking amazing. And you
I can't
replace
believe
them?
how do you replace Shaggy in that?
What
Exactly.
they replace him with?
Yeah, is there a new
POC,
character
one
that
of
took
us,
his place, or
but
is he
I
just
don't
not
claim
there?
him.
I don't claim him. Okay.
He's not my race, right? But I wouldn't claim him as a minority.
Biscuit is
speaking of not
pointing out that
claiming,
Fred was 17, Shaggy was 17, Daphne was 16, Velma was 15.
I
and
was
Scooby
7 when I
was
first saw
7.
them.
I didn't know this, and now I can no longer think Velma and Daphne are hot. It's kind of creepy
They're
now.
drawn
Also,
older than they look like.
they were
Like-
drawn very voluptuously for 16.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't think I've ever thought of them as that young. Not 30, like
was
Fred was
the-
accused of, but definitely not teenagers.
Who was the artist? Fucking Pete Rose? Mookie. Mookie. Tyson wants you to do your British accent now.
Well, he knows I can't do it now because he's
Come
7.
on, do it.
Idiots.
Do a British accent.
We're not even
it.
talking British.
Yeah, we are.
Damn it. I'm drawing a blank. I'm like, what do they say in Ted Lasso? And I got nothing other than fucking goldfish.
You get bare minimum do a scouse.
Bloody. What?
Oh,
You could do a scouse accent. Scouse
Good work.
is the easiest.
all right, let's talk football. Like, wow, Scoobs, now we got to go into real serious shit, man.
That's really good.
I figured I'd throw it out there.
Was
This
that,
guy
your
is not
English,
looking
was that your
impressed.
English accent?
That was my English accent, man.
Oh my god!
Why does it sound kind of? It sounds kind of a little Ed Orgeron-y though.
If Ed
Hey,
Orgeron
what's
was
up,
Irish,
lady? Are you pregnant, man? Awesome. I'm down with that.
Jinkies. Scott's doing this a lot today.
I don't know what the last few minutes or most of this show has been like. We have hit,
Hey, wow, man, is your baby gonna grab my dick when I'm back?
we have hit the spectrum on this fucking show, man. Woo!
it's not even
Whoa.
June too.
Fuck, bro.
Pat
Oh.
Fitzgerald fired at Northwestern.
Oh my god. I might puke.
What a weird story, man. So these allegations came out that there was hazing at Northwestern, and they made him do some really fucked up shit, like naked
Isn't
bear
it like the
crawls.
school newspaper that broke this story, though?
Yes. It
Oh,
was the
shout out
school
them.
newspaper.
No,
Yes,
yeah, that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like, I was
And-
like, I found this story yesterday before, like, it got a big. I was like, this was broken by the fucking school's newspaper. Like, good for them.
Yeah. Fuck
Yes,
yeah.
student reporters broke this story. And then the best part about it was the president, they did an investigation, and then the president was like, okay, we're going to suspend him for 2 weeks. But it was like now, like he's suspended now when there's nothing happening. So he's just like on vacation. They're just like, we're just not going to pay you for these 2 weeks. Okay. Like it's fine. It doesn't hurt the program at all. It doesn't affect practices, nothing. You're just suspended for 2 weeks. So then they kept pressing. They found 10 more players that came forward with allegations. And I mean, it was naked bear crawls. They did something called the car wash, where players got naked and like wiggled their dicks, and you had to walk in between like a line of naked players wiggling
locker
their
room?
dicks in the locker room. They made
What
centers.
kind of car wash is that? I've never washed my car. They may give the dick shine there at the end too. I gotta pay extra for it, no problem.
Don't get the undercoating though. You don't want that.
Holy
They
fuck.
also made guys take this one. I feel like was the worst. They made guys take naked snaps from the center, so the center would get naked,
Oh,
and then they would have to take snaps from them. So just like very borderline illegal things that were
Not
happening
borderline.
in the locker room.
Actually,
You're right. That's a good point.
Was this in the locker room?
Yeah.
Yes.
In the locker room. They found the student newspaper found a picture, and on a whiteboard behind the team, it had naked bear crawls and then had players and how many, like their names and how many they had to do and like all these things. Like the journalism that the students did was amazing. So after they kept pressing, the president then was like, okay, you know what? Yeah, he's fired. This is way too much. Like we fucked this one up. He's fired. So now Northwestern, like Pat is getting a lawyer. He's gonna sue because he feels like he's owed the rest of his contract pay.
No, he's not.
Like,
he got fired for cause, you idiot. Fucking dummy.
For real.
His point being that you did an investigation and you found enough wrongdoing to suspend me for 2 weeks. And then decided to fire me after that. And that's the legal grounds that he's going off of. I don't know if he's going to win the case. Like, I mean, I feel like this is something that gets settled because Northwestern doesn't want any more discovery done on what was happening in this locker.
Oh, obviously.
The most fascinating thing to me about the whole story was the amount of people that were just like, this country, man, we can't do anything anymore. Back in my day, you just got your dick tugged in the locker room, and that's how you got to be teammates, okay? Now you can't even do that. You can't even tug your friend's dick in the locker room, okay? It's the pussification of America is what's going on here, and that has been all over the place. Like, apparently, standing up for people who have been sexually assaulted is pussifying.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Caesar.
sexual assault's fucking cool.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What do I end almost every show with? That consent. You need it. And now all of a sudden, all these people are fucking mad that that there's no such thing as it. This is some fucking old white guy sack of bullshit.
I hate to
bro.
say it, but like Caesar's Google form just took on another like dimension as we're talking about consent matters. Like, is that a way to document consent?
I didn't even think about that. I'm just that fucking smart, I guess. Anyways, my thing is, you're the head
Ultimately.
coach of a program that is usually terrible.
They went 1-11 last year.
Yeah, but he's had 10 win
They
seasons.
have 5 10-win seasons ever.
Wait,
4 ever.
They have the same number of complaints about these hazing incidences as they did losses last year. That's a bad stat to have. No, losses.
Wait, you mean they have
1
11
in 11
complaints?
Yes, they had 11 players that have said that this happened.
You know, when shit happens in Blue Mountain State, and it also happened in your program, it's fucked.
Yeah, it's a bad time.
Tank pointing out, imagine you get a D1 football scholarship in your freshman year is basically a gay porn plot. Like, that's exactly what it was. They would, like, punishments were like upperclassmen would wear masks and dry hump players. Like, it's just weird shit, man. It goes beyond just, like, hazing. Like, I have no problem with, like, hazing that they do. Where, like,
I'd rather shoot the fade than get a dick slapped on me.
Yeah, this rookie has to carry the pink backpack to the bullpen. Like, the what the fuck's his name? The dude from St. Joe's that played for the Cavs, Delonte West, when he made the guy go get him donuts and they had to drive like 2 hours to Columbus to get his donuts. That type of hazing, totally fine with.
Bro.
Making guys go through a dick car wash, unacceptable.
Weird.
It's weird that I have to say that's where I draw the line, is that the dick car wash. Like, what the fuck? Like, who came up with that idea? Who is the sick son of a bitch that was like, you know what we should do? We should have butt-ass naked dudes standing across from one another with their dicks out, and we should make kids walk right through it.
You know what will make it better, though, if while they're walking through, everybody's just swinging their hips back and forth so you get smacked a few times. Like a car wash. Oh, great idea, coach.
What
I would rather shoot the fade, get in a literal fist fight with the offensive lineman. I would rather
that what
do
that
that
means?
thing. No. Shoot the fade. Yeah, shoot the fade means fight.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'd rather fight an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman.
Play it, Mookie. You just learned something. Play it.
Yeah, I did. You're right. Good call. I'm probably
So, yeah, I'd rather shoot the fade. I'd rather get in an actual fight with one of the team members. Like, no face. Just like body shots. 1. I'd rather do that thing
Wow.
where you walk through like a line and everyone throws their backpack at you. I'd rather do that shit. There's so many other things that require you getting hurt that I'd rather do.
Dude, did
than
you
that.
see that shit though? The president today in a statement announcing how they actually had fired Fitzpatrick or whatever the fuck is
What?
it, Fitzgerald. Who cares? The
Racist.
president was like, there was some blah 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 sexual assault, whatever, which we will not stand for. But nobody got physically hurt. Just
What are you
what it is. No
talking
one did
about?
get physically hurt though. We
Yeah,
confirmed
you got
that.
assaulted.
Right. And he put that fucking shit in writing in the written statement they released. Like, dude.
Scott's head is in his hands. Like he's
I just this story, like it's so much more
It's so
fucked.
fucked.
It's so much more fucked, yeah, than like what I read, because I basically just read that some black players got treated real shitty and it was like extra segregated. I missed
Yes.
all of this crazy
Oh, yeah,
ass
dude.
car wash hazing bullshit. Like, what in the fuck? I thought it was just like, oh well, just another racist coach. Those exist everywhere. This motherfucker, well, just another one got caught. Okay, cool. But this shit is fucking absurd, dude. Like, what are we even talking about? How? And
Whitey
if
summed it
you're
up.
a recruit, like, if
Don't
you
go to
come on
Northwestern.
well, no, I know. And when you're coming on campus, like, there's not one single dude that pulls you aside. Like, man, don't fucking come here. Don't fucking come here, my dude. Like, I'm too deep in this shit, but don't fucking come here. You want a dick car wash? No, you don't. You don't know what a dick car wash is? You know what I want to find out? Then don't fucking come here, my guy. Don't fucking come here. Like,
See, it-
like the word had to have gotten out at some point, right? Like, how are we just now finding out about this shit? What?
because sorry, we're gonna get back to Whitey's comment. But Tyson, Mookie, get the sound ready.
Yeah.
Get it ready, because Tyson said, "Do you think they segregated the players because of the penis length discrepancy?"
Race card.
In the middle of the pack.
There you go. That's the way to do it. And Whitey said, quote, "I got raped and you should all get raped too," is ultimate OWG logic. And dude, that's
And Scott, that's the answer to your question. They're like, I ain't telling no one shit because I got dick car wash. You're gonna fucking deal with it too, man. That's how. That's how.
I,
They figure it
okay,
out.
listen. I've been on teams where
No
like you go
compassion
through
for your
the
fellow
hazing.
man.
I've been on teams where you go through the hazing and you like deal with it and you're like, oh, I can't wait till I'm the upperclassman and I get to do, I get to make the freshman carry the bag, or I get to make the freshman
Throw my
go get
backpack at the
McDonald's after
underclassmen.
practice, like that kind of stuff. I can't imagine being like, man, I can't wait till I'm on the other side of this dick car wash. Ooh, it's gonna be so great.
I can't wait to slap the freshman with my dick.
Yes. Like,
What?
that's how many people. That's what I'm saying. How many people in this whole thing were complicit? Like, how was the coaches, like, all of the coaches were like having this thing, and then players were like, yeah, I got slapped with a dick in the car wash, so they should too. But we got a ball on Sunday and lose another game. Like, what the fuck?
What's worse? I don't want to say what's
I don't
worse.
love nothing that much, man. Like, they gotta
Is
love.
it- I was gonna say,
Look,
is this
man,
one of
I
those-
do it for 60 minutes every Saturday.
Is this one of those things where you look back now and when Northwestern was trying to get college football players to unionize, does that look a little different knowing that this is what was going on?
God
Oh, shit,
damn.
I didn't even think about
Didn't
that.
even
They're like,
think about
listen, we
that.
got to become employees of the university.
Yeah.
So that we have an HR department to complain to. Excuse me, Miss HR lady. Can I tell you about the dick car wash? Okay, let's start there.
Except what it would be is, can we tell you about how, Steven Freshman won't get into the dick car wash? Because, like, that's how they roll. Like, so it would be the other side of it. I think.
Imagine
that's
getting,
This is
I did
all
not
kinds
think
of
about that.
absurd, man.
Yeah.
All kinds of
imagine getting a dick car wash on Tuesday, and then you got to play Ohio State, and Justin Fields drops 70 on your ass on Saturday.
Right? Like, fuck that, dude.
Like, that's so tough.
like, well, I guess
I would
it's-
cry. I would cry.
Well,
I would
I guess-
literally cry.
I guess the coach's job is to prepare you for the game, And every game, it was like they were getting a dick car wash. Maybe he was like, I'm just preparing you for what's going to happen on Saturday, fellas.
Like, imagine
it is going to feel like a dick car wash out there.
I know Ohio State just beat the shit out of you fellas, but you know what it wasn't? It wasn't
Take off your
a
pants,
dick
boys.
car wash. Like, look at the bright side, fellas.
Like, imagine standing next to your teammates with your dicks out and watching guys crawl through dicks. You have a dick in front of you, the dick to the left of you, a dick diagonally across you both directions, and one to the right of you. And you're saying guys crawl? Like, what do you want?
And again, and to Mike's point, who's the guy who's proud to be like, hey, like, we just lost. Hey, dick car washes for everybody.
I'm laughing, but I feel terrible. This pissed me off so much.
Questions still unanswered by this whole fucking shit.
I feel so bad, and it pissed me off so much. But you just think of the image. Imagine being like a fly on the wall and just watching these kids. Imagine
that flies on the wall going, what the fuck are these fuckers doing? This is some weird shit.
It's even worse for the fly because he's got all them fucking eyes too. Like flies have all the eyes. He's seeing it in multiple different. It's like dicks. You want to talk about dicks everywhere? A fly's vision would be the worst one to have. You see the car wash from every angle.
I feel, again, it can't go said enough. I feel so bad. I feel so terrible. This type of shit pisses me off so much. But, like,
you have to really want to play football, dude. I'm just,
well, like Biscuit said, like,
when I say that, you really have to you have to love football to do this bullshit and endure it. Like, fuck that.
Wait, what's Rashawn Slater's take on this? He's the only fucking
Jesus.
Northwestern alum I know of.
Like,
I'm not
even going pro. I'm taking these dick car washes. I'm not even going pro.
Rashawn Slater.
I'm not even getting paid yet, motherfucker. Like they using my name, images like
car
this.
wash and you end up in an accountant. Like that's like, every day you're sitting in your cubicle haunted by the dick car wash that's burned into your brain. You're dealing with an Excel spreadsheet. Your boss is like, you're gonna have that done by the end of the day. It's like, God damn it, I fucking did a dick car wash. That's fucking
how do you explain it to your coworkers when you melt down in the new client meeting and you realize that your new client you're working for is Dick's Car Wash?
Bro, I'm crying in my dorm room after practice.
And like, how do you describe that?
PTSD right there. No,
Mookie, you've been trying to read Biscuit's
I've
comments.
been trying to get Biscuit in because he makes a great point. He says, I want to know who brought it up first. Who is like, fellas, I have this crazy idea.
That's what I'm saying.
Now just hear me out before you say no. And Scott, I think the kind of people that would do this are Tyson, because he said, have you seen the price of gas? I'd take a dick car wash over driving 2 hours away any day. So there's one of them.
I
mean,
feel so
This
bad.
kid also said it's like Oprah. You get a dick, you get a dick, you get a dick. Everybody gets a dick.
And then imagine this, dude. These kids, they're just out here taking these dick car washes. But if their coaches handed them a sandwich or gave them a ride home, it was a fucking NCAA violation. God damn!
I feel so bad.
Guys, you know, Pat sat in some recruit's living room with his mom sitting on the couch and his dad.
I want to take the utmost care of
and
young
he was
man.
Oh my God.
You're young man. We are going to mold him into a man. We are going to take care of him. You can trust your son with us. We are going to take good care of him. We're going to turn him from a boy into a man. He's going to learn how to grow and become an upstanding member of society. He's going to learn lessons on the field that he's going to take with him through the rest of his life. And those parents were like, you know what, Pat? I trust you with my son. Yes, I want my son to go to Northwestern. The kid signs a letter of intent, and then he gets a fax back from Pat that just says, get ready for the dick car wash. And the kid's like, what the fuck does this mean? And then has to go through that. Like, this is insane to me. There is no way that he should get another job, but I guarantee you he does.
Art Browse is coaching in
everybody
Europe.
Everybody was like, this doesn't happen at all the other programs too.
I hope not.
Shouldn't. Like, maybe it
I was
should.
just gonna say, I really fucking hope not. I hope this is not how hazing. Like I said, I thought it was bad when I've heard of some crazy hazing shit, and you got all these kids dying from hazing with drinking usually or whatever, but holy fuck, if this is how hazing goes at any fucking level in any other sport in any other locker room, then goddamn shut it all down. Like, sports shouldn't happen if you got to take a dick car.
What happened to just getting your head shaved and a shitty haircut?
Like,
Yes,
if I was
exactly.
yes, like old school hazing, like when we were growing up, hazing was in dick car washes.
No, yeah, it was. It was probably worse. It was probably fucking dick and ass car wash.
I didn't get
Any
hazed
of the
like
teams
that.
I was on. That didn't
Yeah,
happen
right?
on any of the teams I was on.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I'm wondering, how did you boys get hazed?
I didn't
Alright.
play sports long enough to fucking get hazed. So.
I didn't join a frat, so
I didn't do a goddamn thing to get hazed. Like, so-
Scott's in middle school, hears about the dick car wash, he's like, fuck it, I'm out. Drops his baseball bat and just walks.
It sounds like I got out at the right fucking time. If dick car washes were on the horizon. Sports, I watch.
hazing I knew of is like you got picked up to varsity. They turn off the light and they throw body shots at you for like 15 seconds, and they don't ever ask you if you're okay. Like, hey, are you good? And they get you lunch and shit. Like, hey, you're part of the team. Like, here's your lunch. Like, thanks. You can take any hit on the field because we just all beat you up.
And at Northwestern, they're like, you get your dick car wash, and then they give you lunch.
It's just
It's
Hey, everybody!
Northwestern
You know what?
afternoon tea.
You know what it is again today? To the dick car wash, go through the hot dog buffet over to your left.
the fuck is a mushroom bruise?
The
Oh, I
hot
know
dog
exactly
buffet
what
was
that is.
actually the first name they workshopped and then decided on Dick Car Wash instead.
It does feel more accurate because the dicks are active, right? Like, there's a lot of flopping and moving around.
I don't
I
like that
mean,
word.
going back to Caesar's thing too. It's like, imagine the Thanksgivings and Christmases. So how's the semester going? It's going fine. I don't want to talk about football. Can we talk about anything else about football? We're not going to a bowl game, so we don't need to talk about football for a while. Like, I don't want to think about dick car washes. I mean, football until spring.
That's why I'm curious how many times coach got a call from a mom saying, Coach, why my kid got these mushroom bruises? Probably happened a lot after winter break, right?
Tyson said, "Are you here to try for the team?" No, I'm here for this sick car wash. I don't know if that was a typo and he meant to type dick
Either
car
way,
wash,
it works.
but sick car wash.
Oh God! And I'm just thinking about, you know what? I'm sitting there thinking about it. The kids on scholarship were getting dick car wash, but imagine if you're a walk-on.
Oh my God.
You got dick car washes for absolutely zero. You voluntarily
You got
took a dick car
asked. Yeah, you
wash.
asked to get the dick car washes because you got to ask to be on the team. Like, you got to make the tryouts.
I'll
man.
take
Like,
I'll take getting my ass beat every day.
do you think
instead of getting
what if you're a grad
fucking dick
assistant
car
though? You're
wash?
just a nerd that carries footballs. Do they have to do it too?
No, they're not a part of the team. They're part of like the equipment staff.
Hey, they still get bowl rings.
I'm glad
this
Tyson
episode-
clarified. You
this
just spelled dick
episode
wrong.
has
I thought he
been
was just very
something.
excited about the car wash.
I mean, I think Tyson is excited about the dick car wash.
I'm
to be
so
fair.
pissed.
Northwestern
I'm
is
so pissed.
is done. You know, whatever. Look forward to seeing Pat on Alabama's staff in 2 years.
Nah, bro.
Years more like
There's no
season.
fucking way.
Yeah, that Caesar. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's
Our
definitely
Bryles
getting
doesn't
another
coach.
job.
He coaches in Europe.
That's what Saban does. Saban takes these guys that need to read.
There's okay.
their
My
inning.
head coach got arrested for DWI or a Dewey.
Oh, see, yeah, but that's so much worse than a dick car wash. Like,
No, it's not.
well,
I
did
think
he have
sexual assault is worse than a Dewey.
did
Look at Caesar using Dewey. I'm so proud of you.
I
Look
know,
what
right?
I know.
he
I like how he
Hard.
corrected himself. He was
Yeah.
like DWI. I mean Dewey. Yeah.
I think. Oh my god, it's
By the end
What's-
of the
what's
end
easier
of
to forgive in
2023, we're
football?
gonna have you
That's what
call
I'm
him
saying.
Pop, baby.
A DWI.
Pop.
unless
Ah.
if a DWI if you hurt nobody is a lot easier to forgive than a sexual assault. Bro, this is sexual assault. Like
it is, but that's not how
this
they
is one of the
treated it.
worst crimes you
Clearly,
can commit, other than like maybe genocide.
Yeah, genocide's up there, I guess. If we're giving our power rankings.
I was gonna say, can we not rank horrible crimes tonight?
Bro,
Moving on.
Thank you, Mook. Real quick, before we get out of football, Justin Jefferson was asked for his top 5 quarterbacks. You like that transition out of Dick Car Wash to Justin?
I just want to get over it. I get more and more upset as I think about it.
Yeah, we'll table the Dick Car Wash talk. Justin Jefferson was asked for the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL, and this was his list. He said number 1, Patty Mahomes, number 2, Aaron Rodgers, number 3, Joe Burrow, number 4, Justin Fields, number 5, Josh Allen. Nowhere on his top 5 was his quarterback, Kirk Cousins. That's amazing. That's the greatest thing I've ever seen. You've got Jamar Chase out here. You got Jamar Chase out here saying Pat who and like starting shit with the Chiefs, and Justin Jefferson is like, nah, Kirk Cousins is dog shit, man. He's not even top 5. Here's who's top 5.
Mid. Just bring up the video. Throw the fucking ball, Kirk.
Where's the fucking lie? Like, they set him up for that because they goddamn knew that if he was answering it with any type of honesty, he couldn't say his own fucking quarterback. He couldn't fucking do it. And then he gave him exactly what they wanted. He's like, I ain't naming this motherfucker because, I mean, look at it. Y'all watch football too? Like, I'm making miracles happen and setting records with this motherfucker as my quarterback. Could you imagine if I had any of my top 5? The fact that he put Justin Fields in there is fucking kind of crazy, but whatever.
That's what makes it a little bit weird to me.
That's weird. Like, that almost seems like it was purposefully disrespectful. Like, I wouldn't have chosen that fucking name, but I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, Kurt still is. He's like, what, 12?
Guys. It wasn't Justin Fields. It was Jalen Hurts.
Wow.
No. That's crazy.
Wow,
that's
dude.
crazy.
Wow, that's fucking
Race card.
Yeah,
that's wild. Because we all look the same, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow, black quarterback. He just threw any old black quarterback in there.
Exactly.
Whatever.
That's wild.
Whatever. NQB2, right? Like, whatever.
You brought up Kyrie Irving earlier. Kyrie Irving actually just signed a deal with Tampa, which is wild.
Keep going. Almost there. Oh, you got it. Look, Scott, I will say,
for real,
though,
that like, it was like, which of these do not belong? He threw out Justin Fields, and I was like, oh, goddamn, Justin. Like, I was like, wow, that's extra disrespectful to go throw Justin Fields. I'm like, I mean, maybe he was doing that to make a point, but either way, like, that's hella disrespectful. But now we know why. Like, Justin Fields was on that fucking list.
Yeah, let me just see the hand come up to get the beer.
Oh my god, dude,
That's terrible.
That shit is hilarious.
We live in a society.
Jalen Hurts.
So okay, but now that we've corrected it, is that actually any shade at what's the guy's name? The quarterback from Minnesota.
Kirk Cousins? No, Kirk Cousins is mid. Like, I think Dakota's better than Kirk.
I mean, here's the problem. Kirk probably thinks he's in that conversation, but he's goddamn not. Like, and if he's honest with himself, if he's real honest with himself, he could be like, yeah, all 5 of them motherfuckers are better than me, just based on wins alone. Like,
I'm so sorry, guys.
Yeah, but doesn't confuse Kirk Cousins for fucking Trevor Lawrence.
I'm so sorry. I feel terrible right now.
Oh my god,
as you should.
It goes from beyond the speakeasy past.
Oh my
That's
god,
crazy,
dude.
bro.
Do you agree with his top 5 though? Like, I feel like that's a pretty low controversy in terms of like the ratings there.
No, that's not. I mean, that's the 5. Like, whatever order you got them in, that's the 5, right? Like,
whoa, what buttons are we pressing? I disappear for 1 second. And
I didn't press that button.
Yeah, no,
I tried picking a button.
I think he got the 5 right.
That's on me. That's on me.
It just depends on what order you want to put him in. Like,
that's fair.
But I don't have any argument. I only had an argument when I thought it was Fields.
Fantasy wise, Fields belongs there.
Fantasy wise, it's come full circle with fantasy.
Way to go, Caesar.
No, he averaged like fucking 37 points a game. Shit was crazy. He was off a perk.
Off perk.
He was, bro. He was doing shit like in his sleep, and that's what perks do. Put you to sleep. I've never done a perk.
We're gonna talk basketball real quick before this show ends.
Boom shakalaka.
Pull the ripcord. Let's get out of that after my fuck up there. Biscuit mentioned it earlier in the comments. Bob Huggins said he never resigned.
Oh my god,
Just
dude.
like, he pulled a George Costanza and was just like, "What? No, I didn't quit. What are you talking about? It wasn't me." They have like his lawyer signed the resignation papers. They couldn't get a hold of him, so they like got to his wife as a proxy. He greeted the team, announced it to the team, and then cleaned out his office. And then he's like, "No, I didn't quit. I don't know what you guys are fucking talking about. Like, I'm still here. I'm still the coach." He issued a statement on a letterhead that was
From
like
rehab.
from the desk of the coach of West Virginia basketball. Like, thinking that made it
From
more
fucking,
official.
he's in rehab right now. Like this dude is in rehab. Like, don't the doctors, aren't they like, Bob? Like, let's get through.
Bro,
the
but it's for
fucking
like a
treatment
Stars
before
Born
you try
rehab.
to do like, how is he in rehab writing letters to the outside? Like, fuck, lock this man down with his old crazy drunk ass. Like, goddamn, did he sneak a beer into rehab with this crazy shit? Like, come on, man.
Bro,
You
he need more
quit.
than one. Come on.
You well, yeah, I know he smuggled all of them up there, but either way, like, dude, you quit. Like, just hold the
No, I
fucking
didn't.
L,
Nope.
dude.
No, I didn't.
Like,
I didn't quit. I don't know what the fuck you talking
you
about. I
should-
never quit.
Like, you should have
Wasn't
gotten
me.
fired twice. Like,
Nope, wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about. I've been here the whole time. You just didn't see me. I was over there when you came.
I
over.
was
I was over there.
right.
You didn't see me. I was here. I was here. I was
so
coach.
awful.
Pay me.
I was just in the bathroom pooping, you know. No big deal. Just long shit, you know. West Virginia, the diet here really, it can put you in there.
So
I
that's
just,
that's
why
gonna be
can't he just
fun to
go
watch.
away?
Although I
can't-
guess
no,
I
can't
guess
wait.
he watched this country get run for 4 years and was like, "Oh, that's all you got to do? Just deny. Fuck it, I can do that."
That Nixon guy was onto something.
The other basketball news, Wemby is shut down for the rest of the summer. He played in 2 games in the summer league, and the Spurs have decided that that's enough. He's going to disappear, and you won't see him again until the start of the NBA season. So his security guard beats the shit out of Britney Spears. He puts up 9 points in his first game, has a decent second game in the
No,
Spurs
it was not a
like,
decent second game. It was a great second game. He
That's
put up
enough.
like 30. He put up like 30, 13, and 9.
He had
Bro almost had a
pretty good
triple-double.
second game.
He had a
He had a
great
pretty
second
good second game. Look, when you have those expectations,
Yeah, it's summer league.
27 points isn't that great. Like,
Okay,
it's-
what's crazy? What Mookie just said is like it's summer league. I've never again. I'm a big basketball guy. The last summer league that I think had been this hyped was when, dude, I can't even think of it.
Caesar's got a good point. I heard motherfuckers talking about the summer league, and I'm like, damn, I ain't heard people talk about the summer league.
I watch the
since,
summer league
like,
every year.
I mean, it's been very sparse over the last like decade and a half with that.
It's
like,
a talking
where
point
people are
now.
like, yeah, like where people are like, oh, hey, I'm about to check out the summer league just because I can see X.
Brandon
last
Miller
couple
is getting
years-
destroyed every day he plays. He averages more fouls than that are allowed in a regular season game.
The summer league over the last few years has been gaining traction because the NBA realized, wait, all that's happening is baseball. I saw the comment too. I can't do it.
I was thinking about it.
No,
Like, I don't think he.
I
don't
got
think he
another
earned it.
message. That's
I have a
even
question
funnier.
Oh, shit.
God.
Okay. And so summer league has been getting more hyped up because like the NBA was like, wait, all that's happening is baseball. Like we can just put stuff out there on TV and people will watch it because nobody wants to watch baseball. So let's just put our summer league games on. And now it's a big deal. So here's my question to you guys, and I'm glad you brought that up about summer league like being hyped up this year. If you had bought tickets, like you are going to Vegas because you're a Spurs fan or you want to see Wemby play, and you book a flight to Vegas, you book a hotel, you're ready to go, you got your tickets, and then you find out that Wemby is shut down for summer league. How pissed off are you? Like at that point, you're ready to send somebody through a dick car wash, right? Like you've got to be pissed off at that point.
If you're a real Por Vida, Spurs fan, you knew that he reports initially were that he wasn't going to play. So I mean, that's on you being dumb.
Yep.
You should know. You
Sounds
should know that the first 5 picks, they're probably going to play 1 or 2 games, and that's about it.
Sounds like in the NBA these days with load management. You should know these motherfuckers ain't gonna play. That's you being dumb.
I mean,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, you think LeBron is coming to your city and he played the night before? Nah, you're dumb if you bought tickets to that game. That's on you.
The day that I went to the Celtics game, because they played the day prior in Dallas, I was shitting bricks. But and JB came out and gave me an amazing game to watch. But yeah, like
It's standard NBA practice these days.
Also,
Yeah.
Gabe's right. Like, you're still in Vegas. You can't be pissed.
you can smoke,
Like-
you can gamble,
And go drink and gamble.
you can go to
Right.
the Sphere, take a tab of acid and go to the Sphere.
Dude, the Sphere is weird, right? Like that's
It's
a weird
fucking
thing.
insane. I showed my dad. I showed my grandpa a picture, and he was like, "Is this from a fucking movie?"
I mean, all it is it's a remember back in the day, like in the 2000s, when we had music visualizers, like those crazy pixelated screensaver.
Yeah,
bitches
but this
that
one's
would, like,
real.
Yes, I had.
It's just a big fucking screen. It's the
there
same
was a
damn
guy
thing.
in the dorm who used to pop pills and then stare at that Windows music player that had like the visual
Yeah.
effect for hours. I was like, "What is up with this guy?"
I
What's
have
this
a
kid doing?
question that regarding like Wemby. So, his first like game came out, and my friends in our fantasy football group chat, he was like, "Hey, who was the better prospect, Ellie or Wemby?"
Oh, I feel like Wemby's got more hype. Like
Wemby's
hype's
got more hype 1000%, but better prospect. I said Wemby because when you make a fucking 2K player and you see all the YouTube clickbait titles, 6'7" demigod with unstoppable range and guard play, you're making fucking Wemby. The bro's the size of fucking Slender Man, passes the ball and has rim protection like Rudy Gobert already. But then my friend was like, "Well, Ellie's hitting the ball at this amount of rate." And I don't know shit about baseball, but I just know Ellie has drip. So I asked y'all who know what
Emoji.
Ellie does.
Ellie's
No.
a beast.
Don't forget the emoji though.
Ellie's a beast. I'm taking Ellie.
Like Ellie might have a better rookie
Why?
year, but I don't think he's the better prospect than
I
Why,
agree with
Mookie?
Caesar. It's true,
Why?
man. I mean, like, here's the
Ellie
thing.
goes from home to third in 10.6 seconds.
Who
The
gives
dude
a
is
shit?
He stole
Wemby?
second, third, and home in the same inning.
And
The
they
dude
lost
is
the
fucking
game, Mike.
unreal.
Who cares?
No, they didn't. They won that game. What are you
Damn,
talking
yeah.
about?
I
Yeah,
took a
that's
You had a
shot.
50-50 chance.
Yeah, exactly.
motherfucker.
Like, why not? Like, go for it.
You pushed all your chips to the middle. Black. Well, it came up red. Fuck.
Shit happens.
It's a
They
perfect
lost the game. No, they didn't. Ah, fuck.
perfect
fuck.
place to wrap this one up. Let's talk about these beers that we were drinking. Scott, what was in your mug? Would you bang it?
I'm a Baja man. Go check out the beginning of the show if you want to know that reference. I'm fucking this beer or whatever it is all day long. Who let the dog know?
I snorted. God damn it.
It's been that kind of night, man.
It really has. What a fucking show.
To go with Scott's delicious, flavorful Baja Blast, I had a Brewdog Elvis juice over here. Fantastic fucking shit. Perfect summer bang. Would do it time and time again without question. Caesar, what you got?
Again, shout out McLaren, shout out Lando Norris. But I was drinking a ranch water, but primarily the tequila was La Gritona. Shout out all the Mexicans out there. Shout out all the Mexican women forging a path in an industry dominated by men. You can do it. I believe in you. It was a great tequila in a great cup. Shout out my mom.
Because she's a woman too.
She's a woman.
But not just because she's a woman. 'Cause you
I
got-
was drinking blueberry wheat from High Hops Brewing, a wheat ale with blueberries. It's good. I bang it. It was delicious. Guys, this was a
This
show.
Good luck finding a promo tonight. There's about 42 different opportunities. Holy
Dick Car Wash, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I don't
But see,
know
here's what
about
you can
that
do,
one.
Mike. You just make it Dick's
I don't know
Car
about
Wash.
that one.
That was a
scares
really
me.
long segment, but I think Mike fucking putting Justin Fields in that top 5 is a pretty strong contender.
You know what, though? That's right, because that'd be good, because people will be watching the whole fucking time, be like, what? Justin Fields? What the fuck are they talking about?
Make sure you keep the part where you slinked on a camera.
I do not condone any of these actions. I am my own man. I think for myself.
Not my proudest moment.
We're gonna call you over.
And we go. This has been a damn fun one. I needed this tonight, so thank you guys. Thank you in the comments for tuning in. We appreciate it. Be sure to follow the show at Crafty Sports on Twitter and Instagram. We're on Threads now too. That's a thing. So go follow us on that too, I guess. Just fucking wherever. Just look for Craft Food Sports on any social media platform. TikTok, we're on all of them. Go join the Facebook group. That's really the only purpose to be on Facebook anymore. It's that or to keep track of your racist uncle. So keep tabs on him on Facebook and then join our Facebook group because it's more fun. And be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, subscriber and review wherever you get your podcasts. It helps us out more than you know. Go do that. Shout out Belly Up Sports, bellyupsports.com. Lots of great content there. Tons of great writers on the Belly Up team. Go subscriber and review to all of the podcasts of the Belly Up Sports Media Network. We love those dudes over there, so go hit them up. We will see you guys next week. Cheers, everybody.
You gotta create that controversial thumbnail. Justin Fields, top 5 million question marks.
Shout out Joey Chestnut. Add another yellow belt to the collection.
Consent. It's important.
Right now.